Hello everyone, this is Brian, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas You Only Live Once Hardcore Edition, the game where we never ever heal. Now, last time we sent ghouls in space, and we also collected a nice supply of stealth boys. We stocked stealth boys for the future for when we need to get away. Now today, we remain undamaged at 305 of 305 hit points, which I will confess to you, this is the furthest I have ever gotten in this game without taking any damage. So we are covering new ground today, and indeed some new ground lies ahead of us. We are going to make some new friends, go some new places, kill some new kinds of enemies. Now our first stop up ahead is... Well, our first stop is at our ant nectar wore-off, so let us just quickly take care of that. I believe a large wasteland tequila increases our strength by 4. Good enough to keep us moving down at full speed. And again, you may see that my critical dehydration meter is kind of glowing red down by my health bar, and that means it's time to stop by our favorite old watering hole, Helios 1. Now, as you drink at the fountain here, I think it's something like 250 a drink or something, but you want to take one extra drink after it looks like you don't have any more dehydration sickness, and that will get your water meter absolutely maxed out. Alright, so out the door here, and we are on the road, beating a new path. Now, these little red dots are out in this desert here, so it is time for us to get some legitimate armor on. U.S. Army combat armor and the first recon beret for extra critical chance. And we are ready to go see what's up here. Now, a stretch of desert, it turns out, in Fallout New Vegas, tends to mean ants. Ants in the pants. Now, this kind of ant is more the breathe fire kind of ant then. So we don't want them to get too close, but we are, for now, just going to do that to them. Sneak attack critical on the fire ant worker. It didn't do much to him, did it? Alright. But particularly the workers. Lord of Death! Well, that's exciting. We are now just going to do more damage to everything that we ever meet. I love getting surprise parts. Ooh, look at that big ant over there. It's a soldier fire ant. Hit him. Kill him. He's behind a rock. Bad ant. He went through a rock. Hello, ant. How would you like to be shot in the face? Yes. Fire ant soldier. Let's check his 50 beautiful experience points. Excellent. This is just going to keep us moving down the experience track. I want to hit him in the head if I can. Look how far away he is over there. He's so huge even at that distance. I like to take the soldiers out first because they're a little more, detective, alerty. Come on, you. Take this. Thank you. I love kill cam. That is one of the other things I miss the most when I'm playing Fallout 4 is that unless you use VATS, you don't get kill cam. And that's really sad, because I love the little... Both Fallout 3 and New Vegas have the cam, even when you were just shooting things. So we're going to clear off some ants here.
Alright, extreme ant cam, folks. We are banging on the ant workers. We are shooting them right in the face, because there they are. They're the ants. And here we go. The ant cam. It's the ant cam song. Where are the ants? Ooh, new old nest over there. Too bad you can't go in the nest. Just gotta kill stuff out of the nest. Shoot the soldier. Soldier down. Ant's dead. 50 experience points per soldier. Workers a little more annoying, because they're so small and don't give you many experience points. But you still just bang them away. Yeah, clear the field. thing about ants is they're pretty helpless victims. Even the fire ants that are kind of like shooty if you get right up close, well, they have to go a long way to get up to you. So they don't move very quickly compared to, say, other melee things like death claws. So they're a pretty good place to just clear them from a distance with something as simple as a varmint rifle and just ant cam those babies off. Alright, I believe that was ant cam. And now we need to stay in stealth here because there is one other danger in this desert, which there is some kind of viper leader that sometimes spawns here, and he spawns with a hunting rifle, which is terrible. He can just whump an entire piece of your life bar right off before you even realize anybody's hunting you. So I'm going to stay in stealth and make sure that doesn't spawn now. It seems to be some sort of random scripted encounter. I don't know exactly when, so these remaining ants that I couldn't get on my scope before, I'll be finishing them off, but that's why I'm finishing them off a little bit carefully. Mostly worried about the Viper leader, not so much the ants. Trying to get across the desert to the 188 trading post, where we'll finally be able to dispose of all these heavy items that we got from the ghouls, all those energy weapons and so forth. Now, unlike regular ants that have ant nectar that helps me carry stuff, fire ants just have fire ant nectar, which is valuable to sell. You can sell that for some good money, but what you cannot do is get any more carrying capacity from it. Instead, it's like protection against your gotta take a whiskey. Is protection against fire. So if something's shooting you with fire, then you can take a fire ant nectar, and it'll make you feel better about that. A little bit better, not too much better. So I might keep one-ish around, and the rest of them I'm going to sell. We need to drop some more of this extra alcohol. Maybe I'll be back across this desert later, but just had to get the weight down, because a whiskey's not quite as powerful as a large wasteland tequila for getting your stuff across the desert. More ants. First time you come across here, expect a lot of ants. It's an antish place, but eventually you kind of knock it down, and then sometimes there's a few ants in the way when you come back, but you don't have to do quite as big of a clearing session. You can wait for a caravan. Sometimes a caravan will come across here, and you can go with the caravan. Caravan will help you. They'll shoot the ants and kind of escort you. But then you don't get as many experience points when they kill the ants and so forth. And in some ways, it actually gets a little bit more chaotic because they aggro ants you didn't realize were coming, and ants are running around everywhere, and burnt, flaming guys are running around everywhere, and maybe you just wanted to safely clear things to make sure it wasn't chaotic, and that is why I'm crossing alone. Crossing with dignity. Ooh, good splooge from the ant there. I like a good green splooge from an ant. Alright, and we have cleared all the ants from the desert, and I think we are just about past the possible place where we would ever even conceivably encounter the bad guys. So we will just head on up here to the trading post. Hello, 188 Trading Outpost. I am excited about trading with you. One of the reasons I've been having to keep taking all these tequilas and so forth to be able to carry all my crud is I've got a lot of stuff that I have, all those weird energy weapons that I got from the ghouls. And I am ready to trade them in, so let us get into maximum trading apparatus. Munition supply
Moonshine. Ah, now we have Party Time Mentance for Charisma plus 5. Are we under the influence of regular alcohol? Let's check. Yes, we are. See 2 alcohol lines because Moonshine goes in a different area, and I think we are in good shape for some bartering. A barter of 63 because we have a lot of stuff to trade, and there's 2 great merchants here. Does she look like my twin sister or what? All right, let's see what she has got. Mostly, I want to see if she's got any interesting weapons or mods or like sniper rifles and things, awesome things like that. But I don't see anything I just brutally have to have right now. So let's start selling off this super heavy inventory. Bangity, 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 bang. Gun, 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 gun. Look too much, look too better. There we go. And I am going to pick up a little bit of 308 ammo for future sniper rifling purposes. We got to trade a few more things off with her. Go, almost. Adjustments. Go. All right. Now, over this way, there is another amazing trader. Let us see if we can find him. Good old Alexander. There you are, Alexander.
Is there some reason I should be talking to you?
Yes, I want guns. How about that? Is that a good answer? Good answer? Yeah.
Selling.
How about I have a guns of 40 and I want guns? Yeah.
You might be onto something. I'd like to hang on to any weapon.
All right. Does anybody ever want to buy from him and not have a guns of 40? Sort of a funny little exchange there. I think like a guns of 80 might have meant something. So he has got these drums for my 9mm submachine gun, and I guess I might go ahead and get that. And we'll sell him a few more of these recharger pistols. See, the reason, I know I could have repaired all the recharger pistols, etc., etc., and then they wouldn't have weighed as much, but then they wouldn't have gotten me as much stuff. Wouldn't have gotten me as much money. Alright, we've collected a little bit of all of our favorite kinds of ammo. Sell a few more things to compensate. This and that, and here, and there, and everywhere, and the dynamite. Alright.
Another satisfied
that. We
customer.
still have not quite sold all of our stuff, but we have made a good dent in it.
Go quietly.
Let's see. So there is a... Let's see. These guys mostly sell food and drink, but since they probably have some money, let's just
Welcome to the 188.
check in and say, hi, give us your money. Oh, this guy can repair. That's right. Just a little bit of repair. But what we need is just sell off a few more of our little small doodads. Use his money up. And there we go. I think he's got a wife or a girlfriend around here somewhere. And yes, Michelle. Get up, Michelle. Another kind of twin.
Welcome to the 188 slot.
And, oh, but you share the same money supply as your guy. Oh, but you have 2 cheapo... Okay, so I'm going to get a couple of varmint rifles for future repair purposes. Since I use the varmint rifle a lot, I just want to be able to repair it.
Pleasure doing business with you.
The rest of the money that we got from that. All right, and then we come to this person right here, Veronica, who's played by one of my
No
very
offense,
favorite
but you look like you
voice
traveled a long way
actors,
down some
Felicia
bad roads.
Day.
Where'd you come from?
And she says, we've come down. Where have we come from? Let's see. Good Springs Grave. I'm not entirely sure. None of your business. Do we come from none of your business? Or I guess maybe we come from the grave.
Huh.
The grave, yeah.
Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
So she's Veronica, and she lives in the hole in the ground. She lives in a bunker. She's actually a Brotherhood of Steel secret person, and she's going to ask us a little trick question that we can intelligence our way around to try to, trick us into saying something bad about them. And I always like to say I'm going to see an old friend. Going to see an old friend.
Going on, then.
So yeah, we have an interesting relationship.
It's a shooting in the head kind of
relationship.
I'll be honest.
So now we can get her into our party because she wants to travel and we want to do her quest and just generally be entertained by her.
And she admits she's a Brotherhood of Steel and blah, 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 blah. And we say, oh, great, that's fine. You've had some training.
Well, thanks for taking a chance.
And she gives us her, oh, by the way, I can just craft things while we walk around perk. And we're off. And this is another example of how we can, when we're not fast traveling, we want to efficiently combine multiple things. So our next stop down this way, we're going to want to... So Veronica's quest is we want to expose her to the various peoples of the wasteland to sort of inspire her. And the place we're going next is, what's it called? It's called Boulder City. And that's where the Great Khans are holed up with Benny. And so, see, we're going to head this way because that also leads us around in a loop through the little Legion town, which is where we're going to get her inspired with the first of the 3 inspirations that we need to do with her. Now, it's normally safe to come this way, but let's just put on our actual traveling clothes so we're not caught out by some completely weird, random thing that we never, ever, ever expected to happen. Now, as we get into Boulder City, there are a little flock of my favorite bird splat little guys, 1 experience point apiece. Who would ever think that wasn't worth it? I can't tell you how entertaining it is to me to just splat all the birdies. I will admit I wouldn't bother doing it if it wasn't for an experience point. So there's this strange convergence of game reward, and it's fun to do that, it's in play here. That's in play right now. Alright, I think we actually used up all our stuff to sell. We could go in that little lit room and there'd be a dude that sells water in the bar. But there's actually, there's a merchant here. He always, as soon as you come here, he triggers and he eventually walks over to back to Novak. So let's just see what he has to trade here. We got 196, 300, 324, 330, 330, 408, 408, going once, 408, going twice. Sold! All right, I remembered I need to actually install the mod in my machine gun. There we go. And off we go to the next place. Oh, there comes his horsey. The main destination in Boulder City is this weird, blocked-off, barricaded area of town over on the right. That's where the Great Khans have been holed up, and they're trapped by the NCR. So we are going to go talk to the special NCR guy. And he's got a situation with the Great Khans right now. He's gonna lock it down. He's locked it down. What's going on?
No deaths.
Okay, so maybe I can help negotiate a deal with the Great Khans.
Great Khans have been...
Yeah, I could just, sneak in there and stuff. Cool, I'll just go do that. How about that? And why don't we put on a dirty pre-war business wear so that we can talk more authentically to them when we find them, just in case there's some speech action. There's all the little NCR guys all hiding and holding them up. So you can actually go in here and you can kill these guys, or you can try to sneak in and break the prisoners out, or you can just go talk to them, make friends with them, and then you don't have to fight anybody.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Good Springs. You're supposed to be dead.
Well, I got better.
And here I thought us Great Khans were tough.
Alright, where's my chip?
Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the
back. He left us 990
Just
experience points for us. That's very excellent of him. So let's just talk about settling things. Because, why get hurt when you could just pass a speech check?
I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him.
Alright, so we learned that the Great Khans actually weren't all that hot on Benny after all. And that's just great, because now we can be buddies with them. And we have leveled up to level 11. Alright, I would like to get speech up to 60, because I think there will be a chance relatively soon, or medium-ish, to
pass one of those, and science at 50 is good. And what else? I'm just going to go ahead and put the extra point into science, because I might actually be able to get all the way to 75 if I use a programmer's what's-its thing plus like a coffee or a mentat. So that's good to be able to do hard science if I need to. And we are at level 11. Alright, so we are going right back out here. Even though we got the experience, it's important to talk to
I'm glad you're able to
get
get my people freed, but there's a new problem. I just got orders to take out the Great Khans, hostages or not.
And he wants to maybe just go ahead and kill him so we could betray him, but if we want to get
my hands are
the
tied.
most faction from everybody and stay friendly with everybody, which is very much my plan, we have to convince them to have it.
The Great Khans are free to go.
Go, and we are accepted with the Great Khans. That's very, very good. Alright, our next stop along the way is this way. I'm kind of making a loop around. Running a loop around to the east and then south, and then I'll come back to Novak. And I'm structuring my quest doing in these loops where I kind of hit parts of several different things all on loop because I'm not fast traveling. That way I kind of get efficiency for the amount of, food, drink, and sleep I need. And then I stop back at Novak to sleep more. Alright, here we are at Hoover Dam itself, and if we walk just a little bit further down here, we can get some experience points and an eventual waypoint in case we ever fast travel. Now, have you ever been to Hoover Dam? If you haven't, go. It's actually really cool, and you can go there. Like, I went back when you could actually drive across it in a car. They don't let you do that now, for terrorist reasons. But it's unbelievably cool. I'll get the snow globe here off this desk. They don't have that there. Now, this is a kind of a bit of a maze here, but see, if you just go down that main elevator and turn right, and then go down here and turn left, you're going to be in the main space. And then I recommend you just kind of spend a few minutes exploring this, because it's most of the actual stuff for right now is actually in this one little spot. The one little area. So the first guy is Mr. Quartermaster, and he says, "Oh, a friend of the NCR in the business suit."
Unfortunately for you.
Well, maybe you can purchase supplies if you have a good speech and you can talk your way into it. And here we are talking to him. Now, the first thing to note about this guy is he has got basically the most of the cool kinds of ammo of anybody else, except for the explosive 50, the best one in the game. He doesn't have that, but look at all this armor piercing 556, and so this is a really good place to just get yourself a supply. I'm going to try to have 100 of each of the varmint rifle ammos, and just huge sets of clips of the good ammo for my other main guns, my machine guns and all that. And we may come back and talk to this guy later, but we are for now going to just get a lot of ammo and sell off, what little remaining crap I have that's worth selling off, just so that we don't completely run out of money. 16,000 bottle caps.
Give me a
down to 15,000 bottle caps. All right, so that was stop number 1. Now, stop number 2 is an even more cool and secret place. Because we are going right this very moment to get the Chinese stealth armor, and that is a pretty good kind of armor to have. Now, it is around this, you just kind of keep making right turns until you come to the radioactive looking door, and then you say, "Oh no, radiation, don't want to go in there," and then you go in, and there's not actually any radiation. So you go over to this one specific crate, and that's where the Chinese stealth armor is. Now, Chinese stealth armor is pretty interesting. Let's take a look at these bad boys. They get 2 of them, and see, it's light armor. Now, a threshold of 12 is less than 18, of course, so it's not as good at, quote, preventing damage, unquote, as the combat armor, and we'll still be using the combat armor as our main combat armor, so to speak.
Got something good for me?
However,
Is it a dress?
the shiny stealth armor, it does have a 12, and it's light armor. And light armor means that I physically move faster when I'm wearing it, which is just an unbelievable convenience for me when I walk between bases. Now, you know, for you, you're just watching me and I time compress it. This is like the main boss. Yeah, she won't give us any quests right now, but later we'll come back. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of look around at their facilities. Pool table, don't need a pool table. But I'm looking for a very specific kind of, quote, facility, unquote. Main boss office, not interesting right now, someday. Oh, come on. It's got to be here somewhere. Ooh. Sinks. Sinks are good. Toilet. Oh, tell me it works. Oh, it works. It works. Let me get situated. We perform our eponymous function. A little tea drink in there. All right, well, that's good to know. Another place where you can get clean water. Another toilet with clean water. Nothing like quenching one's thirst in a toilet. All right, so now we are getting down the road to our next stop. We will say a quick hi to these guys here at Ranger Station Delta, but we are heading to Camp Forlorn Hope, where the NCR have a lot of problems. And if we kind of skate over this little thing here, go up the hill, it's for some reason there's just not much over here. We're kind of walking in between the dam and the mountain range, and it's just very safe to walk around here. So, welcome to Camp Forlorn Hope. We will go up and pick up some quests and see what they need from us here.
We won't go quietly.
So, let's see. The general or major or whoever he is usually in here. Put on some discussion having closed. Alright, so this
you're not one of the troopers.
person, so this is the quest where somebody's been screwing with the NCR codes and messages, and so they're getting the too many medical supplies at one place, too much armor at the other place, and she needs us to go change all the codes. So as we walk around the world, we'll change the codes. Now, where is the dude? He must be asleep. So if he is asleep, he lives conveniently right over here in this tent, so it's easy to pick him up. Major Politely.
I'm glad to see you here.
And we will talk to him politely.
I've got...
Right, we could do some stuff for you, sure, help you fix your problems. Alright, so we gotta go talk to the quartermaster. He's down this way. He's a lot of times in this tent. Oh, there he comes now.
Nice to see a friendly face around here.
Hi.
We don't get many visitors.
Okay, so we can do a few things with him. He doesn't actually have any supplies, but he does have money, so we could sell him stuff, but I don't think we need to sell anything right now. We can also sell him NCR dog tags, and that helps improve the morale of the camp, but I might actually want to sell those to the Legion for if I need to get my faction up with them. So we're going to hold off on that. And then we're going to ask him about the thing the Major said about helping his general supply problems, and he's lost a package. We can go ask the Helios 1 guys where they are. I actually kind of know where it is, so we don't have to ask them. If you know where it is, you don't have to ask them. So, let's see. We're going to go out this way, but I think what we're going to do is this. Veronica, you stay here in your funny bug costume there. And we need to put our funny bug costume on. Because it's pretty... Oops, or take it off. There we go. So it's pretty safe to go this way as long as you don't deviate too much from the path you're about to see. Now, standing right up here, that little hill, grassy hill over there is right where it is. So you kind of walk toward that. And right over the top of it is the place. Now, those red dots moving disturbingly quickly over in the distance are Cazadors. You don't want to go over there. They can't see us over here, though.
So here are some dead NCR troopers, so we get some free dog tags, and that's fine. But if we actually take the Legion supplies from the little box, or not the Legion, the NCR supplies in the box, the Legion will show up. And there'll be several guys, and they'll attack us if they see us, and we don't want that. So because this is this leads to a quest line with some more stuff we can do later, I'm going to go ahead and burn a stealth boy to accomplish this without having the Legion get all mad at us. We kind of, want to stay on the good side of everybody as long as we can. So we have grabbed it, and now there are some Legion guys, but they can't see us, and we are just going to sneak away with the supplies that rightfully belong to the NCR at Camp Forlorn Hope, and maybe their hope won't be quite so forlorn, which may lead to better things in the future for the Camp Forlorn Hope people. Okay, so now we can go zippity-zippity-zoppity-zoo back. Whee! Happy, happy, happy. Oh, hi, Veronica. Bye, Veronica. And find the man, and it's actually... Oh, well, I've got a stealth boy, and that's a very hard lock. So, why don't we see what's in the special storage room of the quartermaster? See if they actually really don't have anything in there of any value. So, a little locksmith's reader action. Pop this bad boy open. What do we got? We've got nothing, and we've got basically nothing, and a lot more nothing, and a little bit of first aid supplies. Okay, well, we'll take those. I guess they were not lying when they said they don't actually have anything here. I haven't been in this little shack for a long time, but, sometimes you just can't... Sometimes you just can't resist a lock. Just gonna hunt around. Did I miss something I should be actually getting? Oh, wait, there's one. A little more stuff. But just a regular amount of stuff. Fine. Well, stim packs sell for money. That's good. We'll perfectly be happy to take them and sell them. Because we're, working for the interests of the NCR here, right? All right, so here is the quartermaster. Hi, I took all the supplies you did have to spare, so you're not lying.
I take it my men were dead. Thanks for finding
And we did find the ones that you sent us to find, so now you are a little happier. And your safe is empty, and your ammo box is empty. Wow, they are just... Can you see why they are so forlorn in their level of hope? There is just not much there. All right, so now we got to go back and say... hi and bye to the Major. He's probably woken up and in here now. Hi, I'm an invisible guy, but
social calls.
You can
so
talk
if
to
I'm
me.
not here to help out. Just stay out of my way.
Okay, yes, so I helped your dude with the thing at the place with the stuff. And now he wants us to say hi to the doctor. I'm going to save the doctor till later.
Fancy meeting you here, friend.
Oh, well, hi, Victor.
Just rolling along on.
So, yeah, Victor kind of follows you around, and you kind of wonder why, and it's probably kind of Mr. Housey at heart, but off he goes. Anyway, I'm going to leave the doctor for now, because I want to wait till my medicine gets a little bit higher. It's not urgent that I finish these quests, so I'm going to do the doctory stuff later. Let's pick Veronica up, because we're still moving her on down the road to Nelson, which I think is where we want to go next. Unless I could go stop by the morale officer here real quick. Not you, Private Stone. We want this guy, Private Sexton. And he's somehow the morale officer, and he's got some...
Look who we have
He's
here.
got a little jokey thing to tell us about.
Can I help you with anything?
So he wants Legionnaires. Get it? Legionnaires! Ha 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 ha. So here's some ears.
Man,
We got some.
awesome.
I think they may help with what's in
Trolling the Mojave
with
almost makes
NCR
you wish for a
faction, but
nuclear
they
war.
also help gradually fortify the morale of this camp, so that if we eventually do the camp quest, then things will be better. Off we go in this direction. I like to go kind of up over the hill. There are a lot of mines down there in the valley that we will run out of. I go across around the edge of the valley where there doesn't seem to be much threat. And then this guy will say...
Have you come to Nelson seeking your death?
I'm just passing through. What's a decanus, anus, or a decanus, or whatever
My commander,
it is?
you ignorant degenerate. Now, will you go before Dead Sea?
Yes, I will go before your decanus.
Follow me. Make any trouble and you'll wind...
Alright, so the Decanus guys here are locked in a mortal standoff with the Camp Forlorn Hope guys with a field of mines in between them, and they each want us to attack the other, and we can kind of pick which side we're going to take, but we're not going to pick one now. So we'll go ahead and tell him, yeah, you know, sure, I'll probably go be right back after I kill all those guys up the hill. But then we're just going to kind of walk out along here. Now here they've got some crucified NCR prisoners that we will probably choose to save later. Oh, that was... I just heard Veronica say something. Let's talk to her.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth. No, we just don't adapt like we... Now?
They don't adapt like they should. She's having doubts about her brotherhoodishness, and so we can decide what we're going to say... And we'll say, you know, power armor and laser rifles are still effective.
Yeah, but only if you've got bodies to fill the suits. We don't take on new members. Something's gonna have to...
Something's gonna have to change. Alright, so that was stage 1 of Veronica's quest. There's Ranger Rick, or whatever his name is over there. I'm going to just kind of bypass him. I see the dinosaur. On the way to the dinosaur, there is this toxic waste dump place, which is full of radiation, except that if you kind of just walk up to it this place, you can get your couple of experience points for discovering it without taking the radiation. Ding, 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 ding. I go loot him, so I'm not going to. Ooh, but here's a dead Legion guy. Do you know he's here? I don't remember him. Take his blood. So, things to sell. Many things to eat. Sounds good. Maybe he's one of the guys that boom shoots up here. Yeah, there's always a raider up here at the bridge, and that's a boom shot person, or maybe a what's-his-name shot person.
Alright, well, thank you for your frag grenades, sir, and we have completed our loop, and we are back here to our home away from home, Novak. So we will go in and have a Motel-O-Rama. We will, let's see, get an extra stealth boy out of here. We've been running through the stealth boys a bit. Let's see, I want to make turn those Brahmin steaks into desert salads. Anything else in here? I don't know, do I need any water or any alcohol? Guess we'll take a few wines just for, carrying capacity adjustment purposes. And we will get a quick couple of winks of sleep just to get our well-rested status back. And we are ready for some Craftorama. Da-da-da-da-da. Check the markers. And let's go up to our special secret crafting Batcave, in which we will find all of our other crafting supplies and a campfire. Very convenient little campfire. So let us get our crud out of the boxes where we left them. I've never had these boxes, despawn my stuff, so I just put my stuff in here. Grab my food things. I can't remember which food item we need for this. Let's see, we can get a Lad's Life action on there. And desert salad. Oh, I need a barrel cactus fruit, and I need to get a 53 up to a 55. I think we can do both of those things. So here's the deal. I don't actually really need to make the desert salads now, but I kind of want to, and this is a good chance to just talk about the little asterisk involving the drug buff out. So here is the thing about buff out. Buff out increases your strength by 2 and your endurance by 3, both good things. Now, increasing my endurance actually raises my survival, ironically, and that's a really good thing. I need it, and that would make me be able to, go ahead and make this thing. Also, buff out is useful for helping to carry around a lot of stuff because it increases your strength. But it also increases your current hit points by 60, and it's for a temporary time, and then when it goes away, if you have so few hit points that you wouldn't have any left, that you would be dead, it actually leaves you with 1. So there's this theory, there's this possibility that you could actually exploit this, and so under that interpretation, obviously, that would be banned because that would count as healing. But what I've realized is that because we have a true health counter, and we're really just tracking total damage ever taken versus our current max hit points, that it actually doesn't matter. As long as we don't exploit that, as long as we just use our true health counter and ignore these spurious extra hit points, we can safely go ahead and use a buff out, which is what I propose to do, and make this desert salad. So that's my plan there. That's what we've done. We have made our desert salads, and we will put our various crafting gear back into the box for a future time when we find some more pinion nuts and all that stuff. And off we go, traveling in our light armor, which of course makes us move faster than if we were traveling in medium armor. And we are going back to one of our favorite watering holes every time we come by. Why not stop off at luscious Helios 1 with their glorious fountain? If only they had a toilet. We will have to write to management and get them to install a clean toilet for us soon. So we will take some drinks. And because we are at a clean water supply, an infinite clean water supply, this is a good time to check on our food situation too. And we are going to use these jalapeno peppers, which will clean up a lot of our food, but they will actually make us more thirsty. But then because we can just drink an infinite amount of water here, it's just like free extra food, so that's the plan. We are just going to eat a bunch of jalapeno peppers, and then we're going to take a whole bunch of drinks, and then all of our food and water will be fine if we will have ignored the quote-unquote negative effect of jalapeno peppers. And folks, that is going to bring us to the end for today. Next time, we will journey forth. We will finally make it to the New Vegas area. We will find some more quests and people and probably bad guys. And I hope we won't take too much damage there, because you only live once.